On the phone line right now, he's the DNC chairman. His name is Jamie Harrison. How you doing, sir?
Hey, Russ. How are you, my brother?
Man, everything is wonderful, man. You guys have been getting a lot of wins lately. The Biden administration, man, with the Inflation Reduction Act, the relief for student loans. And I know that, there are a lot of folks that are benefiting from this, and the messaging needs to be kind of important that, hey, this is beneficial instead of all the complaints we've been hearing. But this is huge. This has got to be huge for your party.
Russ, this is so big. When you think about what we have been able to accomplish just in 2 years with, Russ, I like to remind people, with a 50-50 Senate on a good day, and less than a 5-seat House majority. I mean, this student loan debt, I'm going to take out of this for just 1 second, the student loan debt program that the president announced. 1 in 4 black borrowers who have student loans will see their student loan debt cleared entirely under this plan. And just so folks get the context, I was a Pell Grant kid myself. I was able to go to college because of Pell Grants. And, there are some people who had to Google Pell Grants, but those of us who were always up in the financial aid office know what Pell Grants are.
Oh, yeah.
And we were waiting until those grants hit the financial aid office so that we can, get our books and everything else.
Right.
But under this plan, if you got Pell Grants, up to $20,000 of debt cancellation for those folks. And for those folks who didn't get Pell Grants, up to $10,000.
Wow.
And Russ, that's just on that angle. If you are a public servant, if you're a nurse, if you're a nurse, if you are someone who is a teacher, you work at a nonprofit, you've worked in government. This White House has revamped the public servants loan forgiveness program. And so there are some people who are getting almost the entirety of their loans wiped out. Who have served in public service for over 10 years.
Wow. Well, let me ask you this. When will this relief hit? When will it be available?
Well, starting now, people can go to the Department of Ed's website. They're working out the programmatic component of it. On the public service loan forgiveness component, you need to make sure with this new rules that you submit and apply for that forgiveness by October 31st. That's really, really important. There's some other aspects that are going to be important for people to know that President Biden and Vice President Harris have capped monthly payments to 5% of discretionary income. For many of us who are paying these outrageous amounts every month on student loans, well, the president is saying that's going to get capped at 5%.
Wow.
They have also
awesome.
stopped this, which is going to be big for a lot of people. They've also stopped this compounding interest thing that has happened on student loans. I've heard so many horror stories from people who said, I started off with this amount of loans, but now I got more debt than the loans that I borrowed because the interest kept compounding.
Right.
Well, they have stopped that practice as well. So this is going to be such a big thing for so many folks. And I want people to know that 90% of the relief goes to people who earn under $75,000 a year.
Now,
so this isn't going to rich folks.
Yeah.
This is going to the people who need it the most.
Jamie, historically, during midterms, the party that's in power holds the office of president. They usually are the ones that are going to lose in the midterms. It seems like there's the Roe versus Wade decision and so many other decisions and things that Biden is doing is changing that the Democrats have a fighting chance. Why is that?
Well, Russ, people have to understand this. What the American people want right now is they see that the Republicans are just a bunch of bullies. You've seen what folks like Ron DeSantis and Lindsey Graham and all what they try to do, and Donald Trump. They try to intimidate folks. They try to push them in the corners. And what folks want is for the Democratic Party to fight back. They want us to clap back on them on Twitter. Don't give them an inch. Yeah. Because if we do, then they're just going to force us in the corner. Well, it's time to push back against the bullies in the Republican Party who are really trying to chip away at all of the freedoms we enjoy as American people. Our right for women to control their own bodies, the right to vote for whomever we want to vote for, the right to even read and express ourselves in the way that we want to. Republicans are trying to take away all those things. And that's why this election is so important. It's about the great contrast. Think about what Joe Biden has done, despite the fact that Republicans have tried everything in their power to stop it.
Yeah.
The Inflation Reduction Act, which allows us to negotiate the cost of prescription drugs, fight back against climate change. The Pact Act for veterans, helping those veterans impacted by burn pits.
Mm-hmm.
First gun safety bill in 30 years. Violence Against Women Act.
You know, Jamie, the accomplishments are like just so much to name, and I just think the messaging needs to be out there. Man, I appreciate you taking the time and getting this updated. Jamie Harrison, the chairman of the DNC. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you. Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Bye-bye.